Um, Wanted to give an update. Currently still in a hotel in Orlando. We've been here since Wednesday. And first thing I want to do is thank everybody that sent all the messages. And I want to give a special shout out to Daniel. He actually messaged me and said if the worst case scenario happened, if we needed a place to stay, he actually invited me, my family, and even some of the cats that we have to stay in his finished basement as long as we needed. And I just want to say that's amazing. And I want to personally say, Daniel, thank you for your kindness. But it actually doesn't seem like we're going to need wonderful, um, that wonderful invitation. We're not home yet. As you can see, I'm still in the hotel. Here's some of the cats that we took with us. My wife is in a separate room, and she's got four cats. So I tried to take as many as I could. Unfortunately, there were 11 that we just couldn't take. There was just not enough room in two cars, but I'm sure they'll be fine. But um, the house is okay. I mean, you want to talk about anxiety and stress. This one was probably the worst thing I've experienced in my life because for 90% of the time, it was headed directly towards literally over the area that I live. And at the very last second, it turned just enough to where we had some major flooding, but it didn't get into the house. It got within about 4 inches of flooding our house. And I mean, we're not back yet. Leaving tomorrow afternoon because there's no gas anywhere. When we were driving up here, we stopped at like 5 or 6 different places. Every gas station is out of gas. So we had to make sure that, if God forbid the worst case scenario happened, that we would have somewhere to go because there would have been nowhere to fuel the cars. But the only damage that I've seen, because one of my neighbors was kind enough to take pictures of the house and sent them to me earlier this morning. And the only damage that I could see is 2 pieces of aluminum siding on the back of the house are gone. I don't know if there's any leaks or anything in the house. I guess we'll find out when we get home. But the carport, the roof, the windows, everything is intact. So when I say we dodged a and this is probably the time in my life because, you know, we had to leave like 95% of everything that we own in that house. And if it was going to hit us directly, it was going to literally take everything. So, my heart goes out to anybody that had to experience a bad situation with this because this was not fun. Even where the hotel that I'm in, my wife and I are in, here in Orlando, they got a Category 1 hurricane here, and it actually went all the way across Florida as at least a Category 1. But it hit our area on the West Coast as a Category 3, which at one point it was a Category 5. So I haven't gotten much sleep. The cats haven't really eaten much in days. They just barely nibbled. They were scared the first couple of days, which is understandable. But I want to really thank everybody, and this just really shows how important the little things could be. Because, yeah, we're not living in a mansion. We're not living in our dream home. I'm trying to work on that. But you know what? We almost lost everything. And it really puts the perspective of just appreciate what you have because you never know when everything could potentially be taken away from you. So I'm very relieved, but I'm exhausted at this point. Like I said, I've averaged about maybe 3 hours of sleep since Tuesday. So it's going to be a fun ride home. But we didn't want to go back today because the roads were all flooded, and the whole area, the whole township that we have, they had it all shut down so you couldn't get in or out because of all the debris. So we decided probably be less traffic if we leave tomorrow morning. So that's what we're doing. So I wanted to give a report because from what I understand is the power's out. So when we get home, there's going to be no power. We don't know for how long, but I won't be able to make any videos, and I didn't want to leave people hanging because I had some people actually sending me private messages and everything. So when we get in the house, we'll see if there's any leaks or anything that happened inside. Hopefully not. But all things considered, I mean, we were worried that at any moment we were going to lose everything, and our whole life was in 2 cars, and we couldn't fit much because we had 9 cats that we brought. So the whole time I was worried about the other stray cats because they've gone now like 3 or 4 days without getting fed. But they're survivors, so I'm sure they'll be fine, and I'm sure they're going to be looking forward to seeing me when I get home tomorrow, and I'll definitely be happy to see them. So just embrace the important things in your life, because this one was, like I said, the most stressful situation in my entire life. I don't know how my wife held it together. We had to go in separate rooms the whole time. But especially when we knew that like around 10 o'clock at night it was going to hit the West Coast. So, last night we're just literally just looking at the clock, just wondering, and not knowing. I think that was the worst part. But best case scenario out of this situation happened, and I just consider myself extremely lucky. And my heart goes out to anybody that had to experience that. That was definitely not something that people should have sheltered in place. I think I was originally going to want to stay home, but looking at all the damage all around from what I see on the news, very happy that my wife convinced me to go with her to the hotel. So we're still at the hotel in Orlando again. Here's some of the cats. They're all on the bed, chilling out with me. And the 2 rooms down, we couldn't even get rooms next to each other. But 2 rooms down, my wife has 4 cats there. So that's it. Yeah, so I don't know when I'll be able to make another video. It'll be a little while. We have to wait until power comes back on. We have, I'm sure, a heck of a lot of cleaning to do because we literally wrapped everything that we could furniture-wise in tarps and stuff. So it's going to take a couple of days to get back to some kind of normalcy, but I was scared to think we're going to be stuck in Orlando with not enough gas to go all the way back, and if we found out that our house is gone, then we're stuck. But just be grateful for what you have, because this one was just, I don't know, if anybody out there lives in Florida and experienced some of this, share your experience in the comments section. But I just wanted to let you guys know that my wife and I are okay. The cats are okay. We're not home yet. We'll probably be home by about 3 in the afternoon tomorrow, but there'll be no power, so I won't be able to make updates. So I'm sure you guys will understand. That'll probably be a little bit before I can make a comic video. But I wanted to say thank you to your kindness, your emails. Most of my family didn't even message me, which really upset me. But it is what it is. By their deeds you shall know them. So the fact that I had complete strangers sending me personal messages, not just comments on my video, but people private messaging me and saying such wonderful things, I am so grateful to that. And people like Daniel offering me and my family a place to stay if we needed it. I mean, that's just, it pays to be kind to people. And sometimes when you give that kindness, when you really need it, sometimes you get it back. So we're okay. We're just incredibly stressed, incredibly tired, And this was not fun. So I'm hoping that will be the last time I have to ever experience something like that. But, you know, I guess there's risks anywhere you live. So just if you're right now or later on or whatever, if you have a loved one, whether it's a child or a pet or, you know, a family member or husband or wife, just look over at them and give them a big hug and tell them you love them, because you never know what tomorrow brings. And you know, you could go to bed one night thinking everything's wonderful and wake up the next day and your whole world is upside down. So don't let that happen to you. But to those that are here right now, Jacob, Gotham City, Lee Smith, thanks again for your messages, and I appreciate it. I'm never going to get a million people watching these videos, and that's fine. But I definitely know I have quality over quantity. So thank you guys. If you want to leave comments, please do. And if anybody ever wanted to support me on the Patreon and help with the cats and everything that I take care of and everything, you know, I'll do the giveaways once I get to 20 people. Luckily, the storm didn't blow away all my possessions. Otherwise, I would have had to cancel all those giveaways. But as far as I know, everything's still intact, but I'll find out when we get home tomorrow. So thank you very much, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to try and get some sleep before I have a 2 to 3 hour drive home tomorrow, but at least it's a drive home. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon.